Blog Talk Radio.
What's up, everybody? It's another week of Will's Take on Sports. I am the host, Will Walker. I want to thank everyone that's taking the time to download and listen to this show on the different platforms that we have spread across the internet, whether it be iHeartRadio, radio.com, or TuneIn, or Spotify lately, as we've gotten a lot of love. I want to thank you so much for the downloads last week. I know most of that was about this next subject that I'm getting ready to talk about, but I really appreciate it. Again, follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at WWS_sports show. All right, over the past week, the Antonio Brown and Oakland Raiders saga has dominated sports talk. Brown has been acting like a total jackass, and at first, the Raiders tolerated all his irrational behavior because Brown is a great football talent. Until they couldn't just tolerate it no more. They finally released him, and in a matter of hours, the defending Super Bowl champion New England Patriots picked him up. This should not be news to anyone that follows sports. Now, I want to think about what I just said. Antonio Brown acted like a total jackass and was picked up by the best team in the NFL after all his foolishness in Oakland. See, I've heard so much commentary about this, about how Brown is this, he's that, but yet still he will have an opportunity to play football. And that's simply because the NFL is a production-based business. Oh, they say they want character people to represent the shield, but that's all for public relations and it's total BS. There is story after story about players misbehaving, committing crimes, or just being all around horrible human beings that do questionable things that a normal non-professional football player will be arrested for or lose their job, like cuss out your boss. So miss me with the fake outrage over Brown's action with the Raiders, and he doesn't. And how dare he get another chance in the NFL? Miss me with all that. For right now, Antonio Brown is an elite level wide receiver and can help any team in the N, the F, and the L. His services will be used in Boston this season with the Patriots, and I'm sure there are Patriots fans who disagree with him signing with their team, but the moment he scores a touchdown, the fans will cheer. Or if he drops a pass or causes the Patriots a game, they will boo him. The definition of irrational is not logical or reasonable. And the possible scenario that I just mentioned, the Pats fans will be cheering Antonio Brown 1 minute and booing him the next. Irrational as heck, if you ask me. But the fans will be excused because fans are not professional athletes. And all fans want are wins. Let's get this podcast started. All right, let's go. We are taping this live, or taping this at this moment right now in the middle of NFL Week 1, the late games. The Dallas Cowboys are just handling their business against the New York Giants. Kyler Murray is struggling in his game, in his debut, and Jameis Winston is making this is his 5th season, and he still seems to be struggling with the same things he's been struggling since his rookie year, throwing the ball to the other team. That's just the way it rolls. If he can't basically get his act together and become a better quarterback under Bruce Arians, who's supposed to be this quarterback guru, I'm sorry, it's just not meant to be for Jameis as a franchise quarterback. I think he'll still have a job in the NFL. I just don't think he's a franchise quarterback. Marlon Mack just went 63 yards. Yay for my fantasy team. Marlon Mack just went 63 yards for the Colts against the Chargers. So the Colts do look like a legit team even without Andrew Luck. I want to welcome in my brothers, Mr. Mike Walker, Mr. Zach Flournoy, and, of course, Mr. Derek Wilson. What's up, guys? How your weekend been going, and how you been enjoying the first weekend of the N, the F, and the L?
Woo! So far, so good. Baker had a horrible game.
Love it.
Points.
As long as the star keeps shining, I'm good.
Listen, it's sad. My fantasy quarterback stats was horrible, and I was happy in the mud that he got beat. Wow. I don't like that dude, man.
Really?
I can't stand it, man.
D, you're a Pats fan. What is your take on the Antonio Brown thing? I'm really interested in what you got to say here.
I told y'all, I think it's one or two things. It's either this dude is a genius who figured out a way to actually get what he wanted by acting a monkey, which I have seen before. His name was Randy Moss. Same thing happened in Oakland. He acted up until they traded him, and then he became a model citizen in the one place I think he really wanted to go. So it's either that or this dude really got some issues. I'm hoping it's the first one, because if he really got issues like that, it just ain't going to matter where he go. He's just going to be another person who got a bunch of money and lost their mind. It ain't even about the team. I'd like to sit down and have a conversation with him just to find out if he's really crazy or he's really a genius. The man cut his hair like Nino Brown. That is as unpatriotic like as it's going to get.
Right.
So I don't even know how to feel right now. I really don't. I don't know.
Well, I can tell you how to feel. Dang, y'all. Hope I can meet y'all at the Super Bowl.
Well, that's one way to look at it. I don't know, man. I don't. I don't have a personal beef with Antonio Brown. I just think it's enough bad images of us when we make it out there to where, he either put on one hell of a show just to get cut so he can go to New England, or somebody need to go talk to him.
Hey, how many players has the hoodie brought into that place? Everybody said they were troublemakers, they were this and they were that, and they got there with him, and it was the perfect citizen. No. Don't make no mistake about what I'm saying. I don't think the Patriots will have any issues out of him. As a matter of fact, he's probably going to have one of his best seasons he's ever had playing with Tom Brady. I don't care nothing about that because we do that. We do that. Corey Dillon, Randy Moss, Aaron Hernandez, as long as he wasn't killing people. You know what I mean? Even Jamie Collins the second time around. You know what I mean? That part is not a concern for me. I'm just curious as to why it played out the way it did. Okay, when he was in Pittsburgh, until what's the quarterback there started talking crazy to him, and once Big Ben started talking crazy to him, that's when he started going off on him.
No. They said I heard Tomlin covered a lot of his stuff. Tomlin let ride a lot of stuff he did.
That's not
Tomlin let ride.
What's the boy name that be on ESPN?
Clark.
No.
Brian Clark.
The safety. Yeah, Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark said that Antonio Brown's second year, when they were talking about giving him the big contract, Ryan Clark said he was in the weight room with some of his friends, and they saw him walking down the hallway looking at everybody crazy. And he said he told them then he's going to lose his mind as soon as he get paid. Now, everybody forgot that, you know what I mean? They had to restrain him from jumping on Todd Haley like 2-3 times when they were winning games. And he just wasn't getting the ball when he felt like it. Even last year, remember they had the big blow up on the sideline? They were winning that game. And he just didn't get the ball. I think Juju got it. You know what I mean? In the Denver game, when they threw that slant and Juju dropped it. Okay, he dropped it. And AB was kind of open, but so was Juju. That was a big deal. So his whole thing has always been about him. Well, the Patriots don't function that way, so it's either going to be either or. Listen, he's going to either be AB that y'all know, or he's going to be Ocho Cinco standing on the sideline watching us play in the Super Bowl. It's going to be one of the two.
That's right.
The hoodie don't play that.
So Tom don't play that.
Let me ask you guys something in regards to the Big Ben and Antonio Brown saga. Now, some of the narrative has been that he saw that Big Ben got away with a lot of things, and they gave him special treatment that he thought he should have got because he was just as important a figure on the Pittsburgh team and played a prominent role. Now let me say this: a lot of people in Pittsburgh have been saying Antonio Brown's this, he's that, he's done all these things, he's a knucklehead. Antonio Brown ain't never been charged with sexual assault. Antonio Brown ain't
rape,
never been posted.
Antonio Brown is not Caucasian.
Hey, but wait, hold on. Let me finish this real quick. He never had any posts. He does a lot of social media posts, but there's none of him drinking and obviously drinking and embarrassing the organization as the face of the franchise. Right. But the star quarterback did. But why isn't he vilified? Why is everything blamed on Antonio Brown? It's always three sides to a story, and there's always two ways in a relationship. So if he's saying Big Ben did this, Big Ben treated me this way, and I responded to his treatment, how come you vilifying me then? Why you not gonna vilify this dude who was accused of criminal charges? Antonio Brown ain't ever been accused of no criminal charges. He's just a jerk. He just acts like a jerk.
I can give you one perfect example of why it should not be a surprise to you. There is a Hall of Fame wide receiver by the name of Terrell Owens who had a lot to say about quarterbacks. And he was always the bad guy, even if he was right. Because remember, there were all his teammates loved him, except the quarterbacks. And that was because he was saying stuff to them that they didn't feel like he should have been able to say. That's the first thing. The second thing is all of y'all have to remember, all of y'all are old enough to remember cowboy western movies. In the cowboy western movies, of course, whenever it was a bad guy, the bad guy either had on all black clothes, a black hat, or they painted him in blackface, even if it was a butter white man. The hero always had the white skirt with the white horse and the big white cowboy hat. So you always gonna get the buddy in there because that's how we've always been portrayed. So it's been programmed in people's mind automatically that if there's a conflict between the person that's white and the person that's black, whether they're athletes, they work in your office or whatever, the light-skinned person is always right until proven otherwise. You got to prove that the light-skinned person is wrong. So, you know, I'm not saying Antonio Brown is wrong, but we know how the world really works. We know that. Mike Tomlin is the head coach. Mike Tomlin don't write the checks. Rooney do.
Right.
So Mike Tomlin answers to the same person that Antonio Brown do. So if Ben do something and he go tell Tomlin and Tomlin go holler at Rooney, Rooney be like, all right, okay, what Tomlin gonna do? Nothing. That's all
we saw. But we saw in the Oakland thing with him and Gruden and Mike Mayock, we saw Gruden was like, "Look, Mike, you gonna have to toughen up, bro." He called you a cracker. He's still gonna play. And then when it came down to it, I think somebody that pays him or whoever it is that made the decision not to give him the guarantees. I don't blame Antonio Brown for that one. Now, I really don't. I don't blame. I'm not gonna be playing on a week by week basis. When you told me this, now granted, he did act a jerk. He did a lot of self-inflicted things to himself. But the play for that sorry of a team on a week-by-week basis.
Well, see, that's why I disagree with you, Will. When you do that bull crap, I'm sorry, I disagree with you. When you put it up, those are the consequences of your actions. So now that
I agree with Zach. Wait, hold on, Zach. Let me explain something to you.
Please.
Now, when this man, but they were telling this man at the beginning that everything was all cool. Now they was telling him that it was all good. He was all good, and until his last moment, and that's when they came in and Mike Mayock sent this man a letter telling him he's suspended and all that kind of stuff.
And not only that, Mike. This is the thing. Will just made the point perfectly. It's always three sides to it. See,
you're right. It's always two sides.
Antonio Brown is gonna tell. He don't care what he say. He gonna he gonna say it. You know what I mean? He probably still got that South Florida twang mind.
Fellas, hold up. We're all black here, right? Y'all know damn well had it been a white dude that said nigga, then what? We gonna be one of protest uprise and everything. So we can't go around. You can't call that man no cracker.
You got in a heated argument. You don't know what Mike Mayock said to him. You really don't.
Right. Okay. You go ahead. You defend Mike Mayock, and I mean defend Antonio Brown. But that's the way I'm looking at it, dog. You can't go around just like I wouldn't tolerate a white man calling me a nigga. I ain't gonna tolerate him saying cracker either, dog. I'm sorry.
I agree, but all I'm saying on Antonio Brown's behalf is we didn't hear the conversation.
Well, I'm gonna ask this question.
I worked on a job one time with some dudes that were electricians, and the dude was pissed because first of all they were in the air conditioning. I was in the warehouse. It was hot in the warehouse. Everybody in there chilling. I was sitting on a forklift, and the dude came out and was like, "Hey, boy," I got mad. I was like, "Who the hell you calling the boy?"
Right. Okay.
Is your dad a boy? And he was like, well, why you getting offended? I said, you don't call me no boy. I'm a grown man. And I said something else that told him that basically something on my body was bigger than his, so he didn't really like that. Right. He didn't have to fire me. I quit. But the point of it is that he didn't have to call me the N-word to piss me off.
Right.
He didn't. There are choice words that people can use that they know how to get up under your skin. So what I'm saying is we don't know what he said to Antonio Brown.
Yeah, but don't you think, D, hey, Antonio Brown, knowing, like you just said, he would speak his mind, he would have said, well, this man said this. He would have said it.
No,
he has not.
Because it wouldn't matter.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter what Antonio Brown said because in everybody else's eyes, he's not the authority figure. You just supposed to do what I tell you.
Well, Zach, let me ask you something. Now, from what I heard was Friday morning, I was listening to these other networks talking about the situation, and one guy brought up, may I know that the situation was at a boiling point.
Right.
So why he take his behind out there with the man? Take his behind out to where the man at?
Mike, because he, like you said, he's a general manager. He can. Okay.
But as a general manager, you supposed to try to keep the peace.
Mm-hmm.
So why spray gas on a fire?
I want to watch Frank.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is we can't trust everything that the media tell us about this story.
That's the main thing.
That's a fact. That's true.
That's the main thing.
That's true.
But Mike,
until we hit the other side, I just
want to piggyback on what Mike said real quick and just say this. In regards to Mike Mayock being on the field or whatever, that's what GMs do. Whatever the situation is, he was out there. Antonio Brown apparently was just really looking to voice whatever the disagreement was with the letter. Now, it's very rarely, unless a person is just absolutely nuts, where people just go up to somebody and threaten them in a threatening gesture. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Antonio Brown, exactly. I don't think he's that stupid. I really don't think.
Right.
I think he went up and. No, I think he went up and voiced his displeasure, and Mike Mayock might have said something that triggered him, and boom, the PA cracker came out. And I know that's exactly probably how it came out because he's from South Florida.
Keep me from Miami, you know that's what came out.
Yeah, that PA cracker will flow quick. I'm just saying. But I'm not excusing. I'm not excusing Antonio Brown, but I don't feel a lick bit sorry for the Oakland Raiders because in every walk of life, when you apply for a job, they do a background check. Every person on this doggone phone right now, every person that's listening to this show has gone through a background check for a job. So
right.
They did a background check on him. They knew it. They had to know what was going on in doggone Pittsburgh, and they thought the money would change him. Antonio Brown say, money or not, you're not going to talk to me any kind of way, and you're not going to disrespect me. And that is in his mind. We can't say that he's wrong in his mind, how he felt, because at 1 minute, like Mike say, oh, we supporting him with his feet. Oh, we supporting him with his helmet. And then a week later, the GM, not the coach, not the dude in charge, the GM goes, either you all in or you all out. First of all, I don't work for you. I work for Gruden. So I don't need to talk to you anyway. I ain't got no respect for you anyway because you ain't got no GM experience. They brought you in. You work for John Gruden, so I ain't got to listen to you because John Gruden just telling me just play football. You talking all this nonsense. I ain't got to hear you. I don't want to hear you. So, hey, that's how. To me, that's how it went down. He didn't respect Mayock. He respected Gruden, but he didn't respect Mayock.
And can I say this real quick? And then this other thing. Mm-hmm. Notice what happened after all of that started going on. John Gruden called him. We told you how John Gruden thought of him. He didn't call John Gruden. John Gruden called him, bro, what is going on? Which means Mike Mayock hadn't communicated probably too much to Gruden as to what happened. You only don't communicate with somebody when you really don't want them to know what you're doing.
Right.
So that's all I'm saying. I don't I don't like the whole situation. Period. The only thing is, I'm not gonna be so quick to point fingers because, like I said, with the T.O. situation, I remember when that first came out, and everybody made it seem like he was just attacking Donovan McNabb, or he was just being mean to Jeff Garcia. He was hurting grown man older than him, Jeff Garcia, feelings or something. And then when you find out how his teammates feel and what his teammates say some of the real issues be, it ain't nothing like what the media put out there, but they're not going to give you that part of the story. They only going to give you the part that make the person who looks bad, that they want to look bad, look bad. That's just how that works.
They want them clicks.
They shape the story to do what they want it to.
Well, the one thing I love about
I'll say this last thing about it. It couldn't have been too bad because Bill signed him at 410.
That's
4 o'clock at 410. The paperwork was done.
But let's say this. Let's get this clear. Yeah, let's get this clear. Bill wanted him from the beginning, but Pittsburgh didn't want to trade him. He tried to get him before. So I agree with Zach posted in the meme, and then we're going to move on. Bill told him, say, make sure you call him a PAC, and then that'll definitely get you up out of there. Do whatever you need to do, bro, to get out of there. And as soon as you up out of there, we going to sign you.
Right.
That's only the conspiracy I got about the whole situation.
Waiting on you.
I know that's right. All right, guys, let's turn our attention to what's been going on the field. Let's start with college football before we get into the NFL. I got to get you guys' opinion about some of the games yesterday. Texas lost at home to LSU. I got to give LSU's quarterback a little bit more love than what I thought of him. He's a decent passer.
But
they look good.
He played real well. And Texas didn't play bad. They just fell a little short. That's the way college football goes. Sometimes it comes down to the last possession, and that's the way it goes. You either start 0-2, 1-1, or 2-0. That's how it goes, baby. But, hey, it is what it is. I want to get you guys' thought process on what you saw yesterday in college football. I'm going to start with you first, Zach.
Man, I'm so flustered and hurt. No, well, I'll tell you what. Will, first of all, I was praying. I started off, of course, watching that Army-Michigan game, and I was pulling for Army. Oh, I was pulling for Army. One or two mistakes cost them, as usual. One or two, and then I hate in the end, Harbaugh, my defense played great. Are you freaking kidding me? You should be cussing your defense out. This is Army. None of these kids are probably going to go pro, okay? None. Now, the only thing is, I got the greatest respect because most of these kids, they're going to go put their life on the line. Okay, that was one of my favorite games. I also switched back and forth to that Clemson game. Then I went to the Clemson game. Man, I guess because I love football so much, to me it was some great games. I'm going to put it like that. So, but I was pulling for Army, I'll tell you that. Now, I don't want to discuss that 305 team at all. I will let you do all the speaking. Okay, I'm going to put I'm going to let you do all the speaking. I'm not going to say one word. Not a word. And another thing, too, because I don't want to hear I told you so by your mother effing self, boy. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear no I told you so. That's another reason. Okay? So on that one, go ahead and go to Derek and Mike. I'm sorry.
Well, Derek and Mike,
I can be honest.
my mother love herself is going to go ahead and get y'all opinion.
I'm gonna let Mike go first. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, Florida State fans, I'm going to tell you like this.
But y'all won, Mike. That's all I'm saying. You won.
Everybody on Willie to tell him to fire his defensive coordinator. With believe you me, I would want him to fire defensive coordinator. But you got to remember, we already down. We're a coach short.
Mm-hmm.
So we sort of kind of can't really fire nobody right now when you're already down a coach.
Okay.
And our defense is softer than wet tissue paper.
Your defense ain't got no depth. Your defense ain't got no depth.
Well, you got to find something. You got to make something. Listen, you if you score 20 some points, you should be in a game. I mean, God darn it, you score points in the second half. In the second half, doggone it, you in a dog fight at the end of the game. You can't even enjoy the game because your butt's so tight, you can't let air out.
Boy, you crazy.
So I'm still talking about Florida State. All right, let's just go. Hey, and the choo-choo train and Clemson is starting to warm up, man. Oh my God, those guys are damn. They're good. They're really good. And
let me ask you a question. Since you mentioned Clemson, is Dabo Swinney really that good of a coach, or has he just got great players?
No, I talked. Let me tell you something. I talked to somebody that was raised up with Dabo and all that good stuff. He's a reporter. We talked. He said what Dabo is. He's what Bobby Bowden was.
He's a great administrator.
He knows how to go get great coaches up under him and delegate them, and he stand back and let them do their job.
That ain't Bobby Bowden.
Hold on, Derek. Hold on, let me interrupt real quick. It's something you guys once said. I'm gonna tell you real quick. I used to work with a young lady who played at for Connecticut basketball right now. Right now she's a physical therapist at my other job. She played Connecticut. So I say, is Gino really that critical coach, or is it the athletes? This is what she said. You do have to have the horses, but it does take a great coach to manage and put them in position. So you guys once said the Bulls with Scottie Pippen, anybody couldn't. I'm listening. This is you guys' words, because I was like, man, it's the athletes. But everybody couldn't. Anybody can't just coach that team or put everything in place. So you don't think to me it's a little bit of both, but you got to be a good coach as well.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Hey, but
I'm gonna let Derek go ahead and go. Go ahead, D.
No. I mean, well, when it comes to Dabo, I do think he's a good coach, but I also know that Clemson was okay until Venables got there, and he brought in some more of those guys on his offensive staff, and they started to change what they were doing. You saw Clemson start to take off, plus he brought in great recruiters. Listen, it's like Saban. People give Saban a lot of credit, but it's real easy to be real good when you get 25 for the ESPN 100 every year.
Right.
It's real good. It's real easy to be really, 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 really good when you ain't really got to recruit no more. You just show up for like a visit and be like, hey, you want to come to Alabama? Yeah, I'm coming. It don't take a whole lot. So I'm not taking anything away from him. It's just like he said. That was like Bobby. Bobby's last championship, the last two championships, 93 and 99. Bobby was the administrator. Brad Scott and Mickey and all those guys, Chuck Amato, he did the exact same thing. He let them do their job. You let them. That's why you hire great people. A company don't do well with just one person that's good. A company does well when they got a bunch of people that the boss don't have to work himself to death. So I'm not knocking him. I think he's smart. You surround yourself with great people, and your job becomes a whole lot easier. So,
and you know what, to prove your point, Derek? Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter said the reason he only was a one-term president because initially he was, what's the word I want to use? He didn't want people around him that were smarter than him, kind of God, I forgot the word. But basically,
trying to undermine him, but
undermine. But you're always supposed to have people smarter than you around you, and he didn't do that. Yeah. That's where he messed up. So of course, a lot of things can go right. So you're right.
Yeah. It is what it is. Mike, was Mike finished? You finished talking about football, Mike?
No, Will supposed to go.
No, I'm not going. I'm gonna let D talk about what he saw yesterday. Go ahead, D.
Okay, that's right.
One, the Texas LSU game was a great game. I love games where they score and they hit people hard. Like that was a great game. And listen, Ellinger proved me wrong because I was like, this dude. I didn't see it. I really didn't. I didn't see it. I felt like Burrow could have that kind of game. I just felt like the offense had dictated that he couldn't do it last year. But Ellinger almost won that game by himself. I have to give him that. I'm like you, Zach. I was pulling so hard, like I was in the car, mashing the brakes hard and everything. Well, when Army fumbled, in overtime. I was like, no, y'all got him. So I did. I hated that. I was cheering when Nebraska lost because I was like, yes. Now I'm going to see what all the Nebraska people going to have to say about their coach. I was cheering equally as hard when BYU beat Tennessee.
Yep.
Now somebody else got somebody to talk about. I was pulling for Miami.
Talking about him.
Hold on. I was pulling hard for Miami. I really was, just because I'm a Seminole fan. But I actually like Manny. I like Manny. I think it's gonna take some time to fix their issues. I don't think it's gonna be quick like people think it is, and that's the same thing I have to say about Florida State. It ain't gonna be quick like people think it is. But they got talent. You know what I mean? Like Jordan looks scary, dude. I ain't gonna tell no lie. Jordan is like a combination of Kellen Winslow and Jeremy Shockey. He just, that is a awesome package of skills in one human body. They just got to figure out ways to make it work for them. Because the middle of the field should be his steak territory. Like he should go in there like Shaq, barbecue chicken. Every time he go anywhere near the middle of the field, it should be barbecue chicken time for some post defensive back or linebacker.
Right.
Right. And as far as Seminoles, man, I agree with something that Will say. I agree that we're not deep. We're not deep on defense, but our first 11 got to do a better job of getting off the field. They got to do a better job of getting off the field. And part of the reason why we don't get off the field is we don't tackle well. We don't tackle well. I'm sorry. Asante Samuel. Yeah.
D. Number 5. Number 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna
call his name, you know, because that. Don't
that's Xavier Jackson.
If that's the dumbest, I don't want to call a young man dumb, but you know what? I'll put him so far. I would put him so far on the bench they have to pump oxygen down to him.
Who's gonna play in his stead? Who's gonna play in his stead?
I'll lose with a freshman. Man.
Will, I'm gonna tell you the truth, Will. We got some people that could play his spot. You know who he is to me? He y'all version of Shaq Quarterman. He don't play good in space. Listen to me, he don't play good in space, and sometimes he do stuff that just make you be like, how in the world you have that much talent and you make plays that stupid? Like that's he's like a combination of Shaq Quarterman and Michael Pinckney to me. Like that's really the truth. Now Emmett Rice, Adonis Thomas, we got some guys that we could plug in and at least see. You ain't gonna find out like when we got Buster Davis. Everybody remember Buster Davis, a little short linebacker number 7. Like nobody thought Buster Davis was gonna be as good as he was until you put him in the game. Some people are just game players. When you put them in the game, they was like Preston Parker. When the lights come on, something different come out.
Right.
Listen, he would have stayed on the bench. I'd have told him, let's take your pads and your helmet off and just go over there and sit down. What are you trying to do? Pull the dude's head off his body? He's down. Right in front of the official. What's wrong with you?
And that they extended the drive.
That was just stupid. Yeah, like they want to put time in the game. We don't need no penalty. But but like I was saying, I think they need to go through a hard week of just tackling. Ain't
tackling practice no more.
They need to. Listen.
I know you're right, but they can't.
Samuels, Asante Samuel, they don't listen. They on their tackle. It was like a crucial. It was when Louisiana Monroe had finally kind of got the momentum back, and it was like a 3rd and 4 or something. Perfect defensive call. It's a rollout. It's a cover 2. The corner rolled up. He's right where he's supposed to be. The back is coming out. All you got to do is just hold your ground. Quarterback, easy pitch. Right. You got him 2 yards behind the stick. You go and just throw your shoulder to a dude step right over your first down. They go down. That's when they got the long touchdown. Right there. I'm like, all stuff like that right there, that's when you have to sit them on the bench. That's when we're really going to have to go to Barnett and be like, look, if they keep making these mistakes, pull them. Pull them so they'll learn how to focus. Because if you play for Mickey would dress you down right there on the sideline. Mickey ain't care about your feelings. Mickey ain't care if the camera's on. make the whole face turn red. You can see the sunflower seeds in your eye and all that stuff. But you got together and you learn how to handle pressure because the pressure came from him. The game was the easy part. To me, we're too soft on our team right now, and they play the same way I feel like they coach. They coach gently. You can't coach dudes gently. You got to get in there behind. My son, 13, I don't even want to coach him because I know I'm like brick when I'm out there on the football field. I don't listen. I'm like my coach. Ain't nothing out here on that field but hard dick and attitude. Anything else, we need to get off the field for it. That's all we got out here, and that's all they need to have. The offense showed up and did their job. They put up 45 points, even though they gave up the ball 3 times horribly.
Right.
They still put up 45 points. Our defense only got 1 turnover, and teams are running the ball down our throat like they got Marion Butts in the backfield, and it's just not happening. They need to toughen our defense up.
Hey, well, I'm gonna give Cam Akers props.
Wait,
man.
Can I say one more thing? Can I say one more thing real quick before you go, Mike?
Yeah.
The dude that should have been our defensive coordinator been at Florida State for 27 years, Mr. Odell Higgins. He should be our defensive coordinator. I don't have nothing against Harlan Barnett, but he should have got that job.
You know what, D? You the first person I ever heard give Odell that type of love. Instead of him being a position coach, instead of him just being a position coach, Odell should have been promoted up in the ranks. And I heard somebody say one time, I love Odell because he's a Florida State through and through. Florida State don't love him because they just got him at one position. They got him doing one job. Why can't he advance?
The man has produced more All-Americans at his position than any other position at Florida State in history.
Oh, wow.
In the history of Florida State, more defensive linemen have been consensus All-Americans under him than any other position. You trying to tell me he shouldn't have got that job? I love Willie. Willie, my boy, but Odell is a Seminole for real.
But they threw Willie. They threw Odell a bone and told Willie don't fire him when they hired Willie. Say Odell stays. I thought at the time it was good, but when you said that, it brought this to my mind. Like, but he been there all that time. Sakamoto went from the defensive line to a head coach job, a defensive line coach to a head coach job at North Carolina State. Get the and you're trying to tell me that Odell couldn't make that same progression. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Mike, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I threw that out there because to me that's one of the great injustices in Florida State history, the fact that he is not the defensive coordinator or that he hadn't even really got a chance to be the head coach at some point somewhere.
Wow.
All right, Mike, are you in or you out? Or did we lose?
I'm here. I'm
sorry, Mike.
I'm waiting on Will's statement.
So about what? What you want me to say about what? About what Miami did yesterday? Is that what you waiting on?
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to say because I said it all before, and like Zach say, I really don't want to do no mother loving. I told you so, but I told you so. I told you. I don't know where all this hype came from when they can't block. They couldn't block last year. They didn't sign nothing that made me think they could block. Yeah, Jaron Williams could be the second coming of Vinny Testaverde or whoever else was a great quarterback at Miami. You can't throw from your back. You can't throw from your back, and you can't throw from running around all day. And I love the thing Derek said about Brevin Jordan, but that's on Enos. He's supposed to be this great play caller at Alabama. All 4 of us could have called plays at Alabama.
Can I help you out with the play caller at Alabama?
Who? What play caller?
He's the play caller that was at Alabama. He's at the coach at Maryland. That's what people.
And Maryland balled yesterday. I watched that game. Maryland put on a show.
Well, Manny hired him because he was a play caller somewhere. Central Michigan coach. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway,
he was the coach at Alabama.
Okay, anyway, he came from Alabama, and all these Miami fans on these social blogs, they just jumped all over the place. Ha, 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 and they was happy about Manny. I told you, you can't fix a problem. You can't fix a problem from within. You can't. I'm sorry. He was part of the problem. And yesterday, although I am blaming Enos for some of this stuff that was in the red zone, 4th and 17, why the freak are you blitzing? What are you blitzing for? Why are you running? Why are you blitzing?
And then you ran a soft zone behind it.
Exactly. drop eight dudes in coverage, rush 3. I don't care if he sits back there till the game clock runs over. So what? You got 8 guys covering 4 or 5.
Right.
They should not find holes. That's all I'm going to say. But let's move on to the NFL because I really don't want to get into the Canes because I'm terribly disappointed in the season the way it started. And I didn't believe in Manny, and I hate to pile on and say I told you so, but they're 0-2 right now. And they're gonna get some. They're gonna get some redemption because they're gonna beat the crap out of Bethune. They're gonna beat the crap out of Central Michigan when they play them, and then Virginia's gonna come to town, and everybody's gonna feel great. They're gonna think, we got our problems corrected because we played 4 games, and then they're gonna bust the coverage in the game against Virginia, and they're gonna make their quarterback look like an All-American too. They are germ true friends.
Their defense. Hey, Virginia's defense worried me, bro, because their defense is
exactly.
super.
And Virginia quarterback is not sorry.
He's nice. But he isn't. But he ain't. But he isn't. He's not a prolific thrower. He's nice. I'm not saying he's sorry, but he's not. He ain't Trevor Lawrence. He ain't Justin Herbert.
Nope.
He ain't none of those guys.
No.
And Sam Howell. Exactly. And Sam Howell. He's a great young talent. But what's the easiest thing for a young freshman quarterback to read? Man to man.
The blitz.
Yeah, the blitz and man to man.
Bring the heat, throw the ball wherever the heat came from.
Exactly. That's the easiest thing to read because that's what they've been drilling in his head the whole freaking week. If they come from that side, throw from where they came, just like Derek said.
Right.
They
did Pinckney so wrong in that game, man. Manny should have had it behind. Why y'all kept trying to make Pinckney cover that little wide receiver, man? That dude,
man, let me tell you something.
That dude was running fade routes all day.
But let me tell you something about that defense. That's the problem, and this is where the Shaq and Pinckney argument comes into play. If you're going to play that defense, if you're going to copy Clemson, because Clemson plays that same exact defense. Clemson got linebackers that run 4-4-4-3. Shaq ain't no 4-3 guy. Pinckney is fast as all get up.
Nope.
But Pinckney is fast as all get up. But his football instincts are pitiful.
Horrible.
You can't tell me you've been playing football for 4 years on the college level, and when a lineman brushes you, you don't tell me you don't read screen? You don't read screen. Follow the back.
And you know the thing that killed me? He claimed he'd been watching film. So what film you were watching?
No.
You know what? He was right. He was watching film, all right, movie, not football film.
But he didn't say he did study. He said his football instincts are bad. You can't study that away.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Man, listen, when I watched Clemson yesterday, on one series, they came out in a 3-4.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The next darn play, the next play they were in a 4-3.
Mike, you know why that is.
No, but
Mike, you know why that is.
It doesn't show you they can do it, and they do it all well.
No, it's not only that, but you know why that is. Mike, you've been a Florida State fan forever. What was y'all's main thing in the late 90s?
We are a 4-3 defense.
But you guys had depth, and the one thing those kids wanted to do was play. Yeah, those kids wanted to play. So, hey, I got to get my best 11 on the field, and then that next 11. However that next 11 look, I got to get them on the field. I seen Florida State one time when they were rolling in the late 90s. Mark Rick subbed out the entire freaking offense, including the offensive line so those kids can play.
They called it the Kentucky Derby. That was Tyler Ward's senior year.
Exactly. So that's what's going on in Clemson. Yeah. That's what's going on in Clemson and Alabama. They are so freaking deep. That's what they're doing. And to be honest with you, Clemson's defensive line don't look like they did last year. Kelly Mond just can't throw because he had opportunity. I'm with Jimbo when Jimbo made that halftime. He was like, look, we got plays. We just not making them, and we forcing the ball. And, hey, and that comes from pressing when you're playing against a team that you know that you're not better than. Miami's other problem is they sold wolf tickets to beat Florida. I keep telling people when you got to prove that you belong, you going to be a step behind because you're too busy proving. If you know you belong, play like you belong. Stop trying to freaking prove. That's what problem. And then that's transition to the NFL. The Dolphins gave up 59 points today. I don't give a flying frick if the Ravens are better than the Dolphins. They quit. They quit in that game.
They quit. They quit in the first quarter.
A pro team give up 59 points, bro. I thought Mika Fitzpatrick was fast. Marquise Brown is a darn rookie from Oklahoma. He ran by him 3 times, like he was standing there, and he in the chase position. I was like, dang, that kid can't be that fast. I was like, this is pathetic. This is the Dolphins are in.
Why they traded away everybody so they can get smacked around like that. I thought that was the whole point.
Well, that's exactly why they traded him away. You got that right. And all these Dolphins people talking about, he got rid of the bad people. No, he got rid of talent to garner assets in the future. The Dolphins are trying to lose. But I didn't think they would try to lose to the point to where they're going to get smacked around 59-10. What was it, 59-10 or 59-3?
Hey. They got beat.
They will. You know they're playing for that first round draft pick.
In fantasy halfway through the game.
Right.
Let me go get him right now.
Lamar Jackson had 2 incompletions. He threw 5 touchdowns. The man threw 6 touchdowns the entire season last year. He had 5 touchdowns today.
And he didn't throw the ball 20 times.
He threw 6 touchdowns all last year.
He threw the ball like 15 times the whole game.
Right.
Like that.
And he only threw 2 incompletions. And he threw 2 punts to Marquise. Well, he threw 1 punt to Marquise Brown, and then he hit him with a slant. Marquise Brown ran the rest of the way. So this is ridiculous, man. They got they don't have no fight because Ingram, that first touchdown, I was like, dang, y'all couldn't get a fingernail on his pants. Right.
Hey man,
I didn't see the game, but this is what I'm happy. I'm rooting for either.
I stopped watching it. Completely stopped watching the Falcons.
I want Lamar Jackson to do well.
Me too, Mike. You can't grade that off of that. You can't grade Lamar Jackson off of that performance.
No. I'm saying that I want him to do well just because.
Why?
I've heard all these during the off season. These people saying, "Oh, he can't play quarterback. He can't throw. He's this."
And because Mike Mayer had not a prolific to tell him to switch to wide receiver.
I agree with you guys, but he's not a prolific passer. When he plays against a team that has a legit defense, it's just like how they said about Mitchell Trubisky. They said the same thing about Mitchell, and it ain't just about Lamar Jackson. They said Mitchell Trubisky is not a great quarterback. They don't know why they picked him 2nd overall. Well, when he saw tight coverage and he saw defenses, he effed up on opening night. Lamar Jackson, hey, South Florida guy, I get it. He's an elite athlete, but he ain't no great passer. There's nothing to take away from what the Ravens did to the Dolphins today. There's nothing to take away what you say?
You don't have to be right now. You really don't.
You got that right.
Just because there's so many elements of the college game. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. What's your boy name? Nick Foles? Not Nick Foles. What's the dude from Oklahoma?
Kyler Murray.
No, Sam Bradford and
Baker Mayfield.
I know exactly what I'm saying. Sam Bradford and Nick Foles won in Philadelphia, not just because of their self, but because that system has so many RPO elements, it made it difficult for people to figure out where the ball was going. A lot of times,
this is true,
especially in the NFL now, as long as you can scheme well, especially with what he can physically do with his legs. Remember Colin Kaepernick? Colin Kaepernick wasn't a prolific passer, but they hadn't seen a dude that could run like that. Like, they ain't seen a dude that could run like Cap since he got here, aside from Michael Vick. So his arm is decent. Like, he got a strong arm. He just has to know where to put the ball. Well, when you create opportunities where it ain't tight spaces, he can do it. Now, when he play against super disciplined defense, we going to see it. But he ain't really got it. Aside from Pittsburgh, who is he going to see that going to really make him throw at a bunch of tight windows?
Yeah, that's a good point. I agree with you.
Because they can run the ball.
He does something to the defense. But he does something to the defense that nobody in the league can do right now. He can score from anywhere by himself.
Oh, true.
He can.
That's so true.
It's him.
He can.
He can score from anywhere. So if you mess up and we going all man, if one dude miss him, That could be 6.
That's it.
Yeah, he gone.
Nobody else can do that.
Yeah. Well, we won't know if he can play quarterback until after they play week 3 because they play Arizona next week, and Arizona's just as bad as the Dolphins.
That's wrong. That is so wrong.
Yeah, you're right. Arizona is just as bad as the Dolphins.
We won't know how good his transition has been until now. Right. He played against Kansas City. He played Kansas City week 3.
He might burn Kansas City. No. Kansas City defense not all that. Kansas City defense not all that either, man.
They not all that.
No, they didn't look good today. They didn't look good.
That's the thing. Kansas City offense wants to get by 55. So,
Will, you were right. You were right, Will. Somebody give Will a hand.
What's that?
You said that Nick Foles was made of glass.
He made of glass. I told you. I hate. You know what, D? What's so funny? What people say to me, "You're a hater." You say these things, dude. The evidence was there. Y'all seen? Man, come on, man. Y'all watch sports. I ain't saying nothing out of the ordinary. Y'all watch sports, man. Y'all seen this dude's career. Just because he had good 5 games in the playoffs and a Super Bowl game, now he's supposed to be this super quarterback. Oh, okay, whatever. Well, y'all can believe that if y'all want to. I've seen his career.
First quarter, he gone for like 8-9 weeks.
Gone for 8-9 weeks.
Gone.
And now Jacksonville's defense, who I'm greatly disappointed in because that had nothing to do with Nick Foles' injury, the way they played. But then again, Andy Reid messes you up, man. He messes you up. And then Andy Reid got all these weapons. He got 2 backs now. What the heck was the Buffalo Bills thinking about letting Shady go? Maybe he didn't want to qualify.
During the regular season, Andy Reid all world. It's during the playoffs he can't coach. I don't know what happened to his coaching mentality during the playoffs.
And is it that he can't coach? Is it that he can't coach, or Donovan McNabb is not a big-time performer in the playoffs, or Alex Smith is not a big-time performer in the playoffs? Which one? Or his defense can't stop Tom Brady in the fourth quarter?
Hey, man, it's a combination of all of that.
Okay.
It's a combination of all of that.
Okay.
Listen, somebody need to call Jacksonville and tell Miles Jack stop punching people, because they were in the game until he tried to knock that dude's head off.
Yep.
What was he thinking about, bro? Then they trying to get him off the field. He dragging officials and stuff. He looked like Suge Knight in a football uniform.
Frustration, baby. Frustration, baby.
Don't kill him.
Frustration, baby. All right, guys, let's get into it. We got 8 minutes left before the 60-minute wrap is hit. Let's get into the picks for next week. I'm going to give you guys some things that's going to challenge your mind this week on the picks. It's not going to be quite as easy. Let's start with North Carolina and Wake Forest. Mike, 30 seconds. Who do you like?
Carolina.
Wake Forest? North Carolina. Okay, Zach, who you like?
North Carolina.
D, who you like?
I'm going to go Oppo just to be different. I'm going to go Wake Forest. Plus, I like their game the other night. After they figured out what they were doing, they pulled off a Rice real nice, so we're going to see.
All right, I'm going to make it 2 for 2 and say that Wake Forest wins at home. The game's on Friday night. All right, next game we're going to look at is Stanford at UCF. Stanford got absolutely mollywopped yesterday by USC. The Cardinals have not won, have lost 2 consecutive non-conference games on the road in the regular season. UCF has not lost since 2016 a regular season game. So, D, who you like? UCF, Stanford, games in Orlando.
It's to Florida, baby. Go Knights.
Mike?
Stanford.
Zach?
You know, I got to stay with Florida, the state of Florida. UCF, I'm with him. Knights. Knights at the round table.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna join Mike and make it 2 for 2 and go with Stanford. All right, let's go next. Let's go Arizona State, Michigan State. Arizona State's 2-0, by the way, guys. If you guys didn't know that, so give your boy Herm a little love.
Win the game.
So who are you going with? Arizona State, Michigan State. That's where you going?
I'm going Arizona. You play to win the game. I'm going with the brothers. I hate to say that, and I know y'all take that back. I'm going with Arizona State. I'm just going with Arizona State. Yeah.
D, who you going with?
I'm going Arizona State, man. I'm rooting for Herm and Antonio Pierce out there.
Me too.
I want to do big things out
I
there.
forgot he was the D court out there. That's good for Antonio. That's a good gig. Hopefully he'll let him progress up to the NFL level. Mike, who you going with? Arizona State, Michigan State?
I'm going with Michigan State because they seem to always play good defense.
I agree with Mike. I'm going to go with Michigan State, too. So far we got splits down the middle on the three college games. Let's see if that keeps up with the NFL. Let's go ahead. Seattle and Pittsburgh next week. Seattle right now is currently winning their ball game today. Oh, no. 21-20 is the score. Is that pending the extra point? Okay, well, right now it's 21-20. They're in a dogfight with Cincinnati. So, but anyway, next week they play Pittsburgh. So, Mike Walker, Seattle, Pittsburgh.
Seattle.
Zach.
Pittsburgh.
Man.
I'm going with the Rapists.
Where is the game? Where they play?
Oh, that's true.
Game's in Pittsburgh.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
I think I'm going to go with Seattle. I don't want Pittsburgh to win crap. I don't want them to win that. I don't like that they threw that dude on the bus. Again, I think he's been a jerk and a jackass, but I really don't like the fact that it's been one all on him when Big Ben has had his issues too, and he's looking like a lily white snowflake in all of this mess, and he's just as bad. And we gonna find out how good Juju Smith-Schuster is. Y'all gonna find out. I'm serious. Don't find out because it's a lot easier when Antonio Brown got double coverage with the safety over the top and you just running one-on-one. Don't find out.
That's true, right?
That's all I can say. All right, last game. Jacksonville, Houston. Houston hasn't played yet. I know. They play tomorrow night. I told you I was going to make it tough this week. Jacksonville, Houston. Let's start with
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Where the game at?
No, start with you, girl. The game is in Houston. So we're going to start with Zach.
Houston. I'm going Houston.
Derek?
Houston.
So,
Jacksonville might have a QB.
Actually, I'm gonna tell you, Minshew didn't look too bad coming off the bench at first, but I'm gonna go
Man,
Houston just
stop
I'm
it.
a big Deshaun Watson
Stop
fan.
it.
He started out nail for nail, Zach.
You know
Man,
what?
without
But
nail.
guess what? They gonna show him though.
I listen. I said he started out. Listen, for him to not be prepared to play in week one, he started out okay. They adjusted to him, but I think a good week of being the number one guy will benefit. I don't know how much, but you know what I mean. He was a good quarterback in college, so you never know.
That's true.
Film. They'll have film.
That's right.
I'm still going Houston.
So, Mike, who you going with, Jacksonville, Houston?
I'm going with Houston, my friends. I got to go Houston.
They do something on NFL game day when they say you the lone wolf, bro. You that lone wolf on this one.
Right.
You lone wolf. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Houston. Oh, you went Houston? Who went Jacksonville? Anybody went Jacksonville?
He went Houston.
Okay,
Yeah.
everybody went Houston. Okay, I thought somebody went.
No, nobody. Hey, no. We all got a little sense.
I ain't know those got that. We got good shit now.
So who's leading in the fantasy football?
I'm gonna get into that. Hold on, I'm gonna get into that. Let me say this. Let me close this little section out, and then we're gonna do our little after show that we do. I want to thank you guys again for taking the time to listen and download We'll Take on Sports. Again, remember what I said at the beginning of the show. There are so many different platforms across the internet, and on your mobile phone that you can download apps and listen to us at be it iHeartRadio, Spotify, radio.com. You can download the Spreaker app, Google Play. There are so many different ways. Again, thank you guys so much for downloading and listening to us last week. We're also on Instagram and Twitter at WWS_sports show. And also follow us on Facebook if you would like. Just type in the search box, Will's Take on Sports. Again, thank you. I close the show the same way every week. Say a prayer for somebody because prayer changes things. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. This is the after show that we do for like at least 15 minutes. So I want to ask y'all, basically, this is some are wide receivers more important than quarterbacks? Because we're looking at the pay. I mean, what Julio Jones got is big time. That's big. Oh, okay. And I can leave it there. Go ahead.
I disagree with that.
The floor is open.
I disagree with that.
I don't think so. You explain to me why, Zach, and then I'll tell you what I think.
Because you can take a receiver, i.e. today they prove it right. Julio Jones take a receiver out of the game. You really can.
Right.
You can scheme to take a receiver out of the game.
I think wide receivers are not as important as quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are so much more important than a wide receiver is.
Exactly.
Perfect example. Think about it. Aside from Rob Gronkowski, name me four of Tom Brady's receivers.
I'm a Dolphins fan. I could probably name all his receivers from Troy Brown all the way to Josh Gordon. So I've seen it. I've seen the abuse, Derek. So I probably can name all of them. But go ahead.
But the point is, his receivers changed. That's right.
I know.
His receivers can change, and they still keep rolling.
Okay, how many Super Bowls did Big Ben win with Antonio Brown?
0.
None. How many Super Bowls did Kurt Warner win with Larry Fitzgerald?
Not a one.
None.
But he did. He did win with Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt, though. He did win with Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt.
But also remember their third receiver. The third receiver was the fastest person. Pick your poison.
Akeem, they had a good tight end.
Akeem.
Michael Mullum.
That's right.
Mullum, whatever his name was.
And a running back.
Yeah.
Marshall Faulk made that offense go, in my opinion.
Well, I'm gonna throw a curve.
But
I'm gonna throw a curveball and that's gonna mess it all up.
Go.
Without an offensive line, the quarterback ain't gonna be it or the receiver because if he ain't got time to get back and throw the ball. See, I'm sitting here watching Tampa Bay, and every time James take about 5 steps back, somebody in the other color jersey is in his face. So
let me say this: the Colts and the Colts and Chargers are going into overtime at 24-24. Derek, I got to give you some love on this about Jacoby Brissett. I didn't really, I didn't believe in him. I mean, I'm a root for him because he's a South Florida kid, but I really didn't believe in him. But he's playing a very nice game, and again, Indy looks like a legit team. They really do. They built a nice offensive line. Marlon Mack seems to be one of those. He's not a superstar back, but he's a serviceable back. He's a good back, I think.
Right.
I think he has the opportunity to make the Pro Bowl, but everybody makes the Pro Bowl nowadays. And plus, they still got, and that defense looks fast as heck. But I mean, I'm gonna give Indy some love. And plus, the Chargers are showing Melvin Gordon. We don't need you. I don't know who the heck Justin Jackson was. I didn't know who the heck Justin Jackson was until I saw this game today. So Melvin Gordon, I wish you listened to the show. Yeah, get your butt in camp, boy, because they don't need you. They telling you they don't need you. They playing well.
They telling them. They letting them know. Exactly. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, somebody's gonna lose a running back pretty soon, and somebody's gonna leave.
Gave him some real bad advice, though, Mike.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
somebody gave him some bad advice. Listen,
I ain't trading for Melvin Gordon, Mike. I'm not trading for Melvin Gordon.
McFadden must have been advising him.
Exactly. I ain't trading. I'm not trading for Melvin Gordon, Mike. I no. I'd rather pick. I'll pick up a guy off the scrap heap. Exactly.
He's not a difference maker like that.
Take him in Dallas.
You got
take him in Dallas.
Huh?
Take him in Dallas. Trade him for his backup. How you like that deal? How you like that deal, Mike?
No, we got our running back. Well, Tampa Bay now. Looking at Tampa Bay offense, they could use him though, for real.
Use who?
Tampa Bay offense could use some linemen.
Yeah, they need some true.
They need a lineman.
Why y'all giving Jameis an excuse? Y'all know doggone well Jameis been starting.
I'm not giving him an excuse. He do make bad decisions, but they offensive line been leaking like a excuse.
Well, I tell you what, if he punched they punched his ball in on this drive right here, they're gonna be up 21-20.
Oh, okay. Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't seem to be having a great day. He's 16 for 23 in that game with a quarterback rating of 84.5. Oh, okay, well, he's not having a bad, but Jameis' rating is 53.9. But Tampa is moving.
Yeah.
They are driving the ball down the field, so we'll see.
But see, one of the interceptions that he had, hit the guy in the hand and bounced up out of the receiver, dropped the ball and fell in the other guy in the other team's hand. So
what about the one he threw right to the guy's chest? What about that?
When he dropped it.
What about the one he threw? No, I'm talking about to the defensive back. What about that one he threw right to the defensive back?
Oh yeah, when he slipped. Well, you didn't see that part either, though, did you?
When he slipped, he hit that man right in the chest. He hit the linebacker right in the chest.
No. When he released the ball, he slipped. They showed it. That's all the reason. That's all the reason. Huh? Oh, that's all the reason.
That's all I said was
No, Will Walker. How long have I known him?
Marcus Mariota had a good day, Mike. The second pick in that draft had a great day. Marcus Mariota.
Hey, bro, Mike is killing today.
Huh?
No, I've been trying to draw his ire. That's why I've been talking about Jameis, because nobody's a bigger Jameis cheerleader than Mike. So I've been trying to
exactly. He is Mike, the biggest Jameis cheerleader there is, bro.
Mike got 119 points already.
All right, let me go look over here while y'all talking. Let me see what my fantasy look like.
Don't say nothing there. Mike. It's a field goal. It's a field goal.
Hold up there, straight
up. Hey, look, Zach, you'd have had like 200 points if you'd have real your lineup, bro.
Oh, I ain't got 113 points right now.
Yeah.
I'm losing by 12, but two of my guys ain't played yet, so I'm only losing by 12 there. But Derek got a guy that didn't play either. He got Michael Thomas. Dang, that's up.
Yeah.
He got Michael Thomas. Woo! Hey. Boy, they would have smashed both of us because Zach's got 125, Mike's got 113. Wow.
Zach got 125.
I'm playing.
But come on, who would have thought they schemed and get Julio? I just knew Julio gonna have a monster game. He motivated. You got the money. You gonna do your thing.
Julio gave you 12. Listen, Zach, you stole my running back. I gave y'all too much information on Christian McCaffrey. That dude had 37 points.
You damn sure did. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I appreciate you for it, because I was listening.
Wait. Let me ask this question. You said Julio had a bad game. Matt Ryan didn't tell the place. Some of that's on Matt Ryan.
Oh, yes. Hey.
Oh, okay.
Since y'all bought up Atlanta, did y'all see my boy Dalvin Cook run that ball today? I can give credit. Yes, sir. It looked like he was shot out of a cannon.
He was running.
Mike, we gonna claim him first.
He was running like he was at Liberty City, like the police was chasing him.
His old day county running from the police.
So y'all ain't have to go there. I just say shot out of Ken. Now you want to tell about the man running from the popo? Come on, man.
He wasn't healthy last year.
Yeah, he wasn't. Hey, Mike, give us the information that you said you couldn't give me. I want to hear it now.
We off the air.
I want to know.
No, we off the air now.
Why? You worry about getting sued? You worry about getting sued?
No. This is stuff that that messes up friendships. What's that?
Okay.
Okay, I don't want you to mess that up because I think I know who you're talking about. Now I want you to
after we off the air and all this good stuff, and we all make a group call, I can tell you some stuff, man.
Okay,
that went down the street.
Let me say
now,
this,
Will.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead, Zach. All I was gonna say is Odell should be mad at himself because he should have forced him to make him the doggone coordinator. That's all I was gonna say. Go ahead, Zach. Mike ain't said that.
Nah, okay. I know it's not sexy at all, but one day I wanted to address with damn, I can't think of her name. Old girl I got fired from ESPN, the black female reporter.
Jamel.
The one that was fired.
Jamel.
Yeah, Jamel. She did an excellent article I read. She did this article
about what?
What if the top 300 ESPN high school players all went to HBCUs?
I think about that all the time.
Man, I love that article. She said that's what needs to take.
Why?
I wish it could happen. Huh?
They don't have the money, man.
Thank you, Mike Walker, because that's all I was gonna say. They ain't got the money to pay them kids. They don't have no money to pay them. And why would y'all want them to suffer like that? Let me ask y'all that. Why would y'all want them to? Why would you want a top athlete to suffer at FAMU? Y'all know all the scandals that's going on at FAMU.
Listen, I don't necessarily agree with that. Listen, this is why I say I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't agree with that because of this. TV networks follow the players. They do.
Right.
Exactly.
The networks follow the players.
Right.
Now, if that happens 2 years in a row, I guarantee you it would be no shortage of money at no HBCU. It wouldn't be.
No.
Because all that stuff will be on TV. All that stuff will be on TV. Which means you got to give them a new TV contract. And that's where all the money comes from. This money don't necessarily, everybody be like the HBC network and all this stuff. The money comes from the TV suppliers, ESPN.
Right, and that's why they doing the networks, Derek.
Fox.
That's exactly right. That's why they doing the networks. Mm-hmm.
Right. So, listen, if you shift where the best players go, you shift where the money goes.
That's right.
I agree.
You shift where the money goes. So it's not. It's
who's
not.
Gonna pay them? Who's gonna pay the players?
Too far fetched.
Yeah.
Who gonna pay the players?
Yeah.
Believe it or not,
it's black people like, hey, Will, you don't think it's enough influential blacks?
They just don't have no reason right now to put their money into it.
Right.
It's
What'd you say, Zach? What'd you say,
You don't think there's enough influential blacks out there with money that could, if they really wanted to, that can make things happen? Think about it. They can make things happen if they want to. Right.
I agree with you. I don't want to see them all at one. I don't want to see them all at HBCUs. I just want to see one HBU be able to stand up and they go out and get the appropriate players. I guarantee you, the day that happens, say all the top athletes in Florida go to FAMU. I promise you, the day that happens, they'll start paying players.
They're gonna be there about it.
They'll change the rules.
Oh yeah.
They'll change the rules and they'll pay everybody. They'll pay them.
Funny enough, believe it or not, I was watching how, like Alabama, how they did not want Negro. Oh, what's Paul Bear Bryant? He was at it out. Never have a nigger at my school. I would never have a nigger at my school. I would never have a nigger at my school.
He changed that attitude. Because he said I got to give me one of them.
Exactly. He changed that attitude when Sam Bam Cunningham came down to Tuscaloosa off the left coast from USC and ran all over his butt. He changed his entire attitude when Sam Cunningham ran all over Alabama.
You heard what he said? I gotta get me one of them. The Cats one of them.
Yeah, I gotta get me some of them. No, he didn't say one. He said I gotta get me some of them. Let me tell you, and that's another thing. Oh yeah, I didn't discuss this, but I wanted to talk. I wanted to ask y'all about the SEC. The SEC right now is just doing it. They doing it. So anybody want to dispute if they got two undefeated teams in the conference championship that both of those teams don't make the bowl playoff? Anybody want to dispute that?
Nope.
How they gonna have two undefeated teams?
If they have two undefeated teams, both of them gonna get in.
No, I said in their conference championship, Mike. I said their conference championship.
They gonna both get in.
They both getting in.
They both gonna get in. They both gonna get in.
If one of them just get blown out the building, that's the only way.
That'd be the only way.
Like
right.
You're going to get 49-10. You can't justify that.
Yeah.
But if it's a close game, they're gonna be like, "Yep, they both deserve a shot."
Yeah.
And the
Pac-12, the Pac-12 can be mad all they want to. Oregon blew it.
Well,
fine ball.
But Georgia, you think it's gonna be Georgia and LSU?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I would like for it to be there. I'd like for it to be anybody to Alabama.
Me too.
Well,
just anybody.
The way that LSU looked last night, it's gonna be. Do they play this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta go to Tuscaloosa though. They gotta go to Tuscaloosa. That's the thing, and then we're gonna find out if that kid is legit when he goes against Auburn's defensive line. Although Auburn's defensive line is starting to look overrated to me because, yeah, they played a great game against Tulane, but they look the same way against Tulane they looked against Oregon. So I'm starting to think their defensive line is a tad bit overrated.
And plus, if you don't hold the ball, it don't matter.
Right.
Yeah. That's true. All right, guys, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. We are down to the last 60 seconds. Again, guys, I appreciate y'all's time. Thank you so much for
Thank you. I just clocked in too myself. So.
All right. See you guys next week. And thank you, guys. Thank you, the listener, for joining us. All right, everybody, be easy. Be safe out there. Be safe.
Go Cowboys.